I heard they hired the owner's kid.
You serious? I can't believe it.
The bell above the glass door gave a tired little jingle as the man stepped into the diner, his diner, though nobody in the room knew it. Marcus Lyle tugged his cap lower, letting the smell of sizzling butter and old coffee seep into his chest like a memory he wasn't sure he still deserved. He'd bought the place 3 years ago, handed daily operations to a regional manager, and spent most of his time dealing with spreadsheets and investor calls. Somewhere along the way, he realized he hadn't actually sat in his own booths, felt his own linoleum underfoot, or heard the heartbeat of the business he'd built from nothing. So today he wasn't Mr. Lyle, the owner. Today he was just Mark, a quiet traveler passing through. He slid into the corner booth, the one with a tiny crack along the window he remembered promising to fix. A waitress with a warm smile but tired eyes approached. "What can I get you this morning, hun?" "Just toast," he said. "And maybe a little peace and quiet." She laughed. "That we can do." Her name tag read Evelyn, the same Evelyn the manager always praised, reliable, steady, never complains. Marcus watched her weave between tables, topping off coffees, asking about folks' days like she genuinely cared. When she returned with his plate, a simple pair of golden slices, he caught a tremor in her hand. Not from age, from exhaustion, from something heavier. "You doing okay?" he asked. She blinked like he'd startled her. "Oh sure, sweetheart. Long morning, that's all." But as she walked away, he heard her exhale a shaky breath she clearly hadn't meant him to hear. Marcus tore into the toast, crisp on the edges, soft in the middle. Exactly how he'd insisted every cook learn it. You couldn't count on much in life, he used to tell them, but you could count on good toast. Halfway through his second bite, a whisper drifted from behind the counter, two voices, low, trying not to be heard. "Rent's due tomorrow," Evelyn murmured. "I'll figure something out." "You already took double shifts," another worker whispered. Diego, a young cook Marcus recognized from staff reports. "You should ask Mr. Lyle's office. They'd help." A bitter laugh escaped her. "They don't see us. They see numbers. We're replaceable." The words hit Marcus square in the chest. Replaceable. He wasn't sure if the toast suddenly tasted worse or if guilt just had a flavor. He stayed still, eyes on his plate, heart drumming. He hadn't come here to spy, just to reconnect. But now he felt like a ghost hovering over a life he should have been leading. A few minutes later, a shout broke through the morning calm. "Hey!" A customer at the bar slammed his hand on the counter, rattling glassware. "I ordered over 15 minutes ago. You people ever gonna get your act together?" The diner froze. Evelyn hurried over, apologizing with practiced grace, but the man only grew ruder, louder, throwing complaints like darts. Diego's jaw twitched. A teenage busboy shrank back, clutching a plastic tub of dishes. Marcus stood before he realized it. Something in him, something older, something he'd suppressed under business suits and corporate distance, rose up and took over. "Sir," Marcus said quietly, stepping between Evelyn and the man, "you need to lower your voice." The customer looked him up and down, scoffing. "Who the hell are you?" "The toast police." A few people chuckled nervously. But Marcus didn't budge. "Just somebody trying to enjoy breakfast," he said. "Same as you. So maybe try treating the people serving you with a little respect." Evelyn tugged Marcus's sleeve gently. "It's fine, hun," she whispered. "He's just having a bad day." But Marcus kept his eyes on the man, and saw something shift. Not fear, not shame, just a moment of seeing another human being look back at him without blinking. "Whatever," the man muttered. "Just bring the food." The tension melted slowly. Conversations resumed. Dishes clattered softly. The diner's familiar hum returned. Evelyn gave Marcus a grateful look before rushing back to work. A few minutes later, she returned to refill his coffee, noticing, perhaps for the first time, the kindness in his eyes. "Thank you for that," she said. "I just didn't like watching him talk to you that way." She smiled, small but real. "You'd be surprised what we put up with. Some days it's like folks forget we're people." Marcus swallowed the sting of her words. "So, Evelyn," he asked gently, "what's going on?" "Heard a little of what you said earlier." Her face flushed. "Oh, I didn't mean for anyone to hear." "You can talk to me," he said softly. "I'm nobody." She hesitated, weighing trust she didn't owe a stranger. My daughter's getting her braces next month, she finally said. Insurance barely covers anything. I'm behind on rent. I'm doing my best, but, she shrugged. Life's hungry. And I'm tired. The way she said it, simple, honest, without self-pity, cut deeper than any yelled insult could have. Marcus felt something shift inside him. Like a door he'd closed years ago cracked open. Before he could respond, Diego called out from the pass-through window. Evelyn, need you a sec. She gave Marcus a small nod and hurried off. Moments later, another whisper floated out, this time from Diego as he leaned toward her. Tell the boss to his face if he ever shows up. You've earned help. Evelyn laughed softly. I wouldn't even know what to say. Marcus set his toast down. The decision formed in him like a sunrise, slow at first, then suddenly undeniable. He walked to the register, waited until Evelyn returned, and handed her a folded receipt. That's for you, he said. Oh, sweetheart, she said, waving her hand, I appreciate the tip, but I can't take. It's not a tip. She frowned, unfolding the slip. Her breath caught. Her eyes lifted to his, wide, disbelieving. Sir, this zero can't be right. It's right, he said gently. But why? She whispered. Marcus glanced around the diner, feeling the heartbeat of the place again, the clatter, the warmth, the scent of butter and coffee, the people who made it alive. Because someone should have helped you long before today, he said. And because you're not replaceable. Her lips parted, but no words came out. Tears pooled, trembling, then spilled down her cheeks in silent streaks. She pressed a hand to her mouth, shaking with quiet shock. Marcus leaned closer, speaking just loud enough for her alone. I'm Marcus Lyle, he said. The owner. She blinked at him, stunned. I came undercover because I wanted to see the diner for myself. See the people who keep it running. And, I'm glad I did. Evelyn covered her face with her hands, tears flowing freely now, not from sadness, but from the sudden release of a burden she'd carried far too long. Marcus gently touched her shoulder. Starting today, things will change. For you. For everyone here. Around them, the diner continued humming, unaware that something small but significant had just shifted, like a seed planted quietly, destined for bloom. Evelyn lowered her hands, eyes shining, and whispered, Thank you. You have no idea what this means. Marcus smiled. I think, he said, I'm finally starting to.